Welcome back. We're going to continue our discussion of solving logarithms, and we're going to be looking at those logarithms and rewriting them in exponential form in order to solve. So, quick review when it comes to going from logarithm to exponential. We sat there in that previous video, we kind of went a little bit more in depth, but just to write down our cute little formula, ultimately we would have the log of base b of x equals y. And if we want to take that, which is written in logarithmic form, and we want to write it as exponential, that would be base b raised to the exponent of y equals our number x. So let's try a couple examples. So let's say we have 4 equals log x. So when I write it like this, it almost appears as if there's not a log there. And technically there is. It's a base 10 logarithm. It's called a common log, so sometimes because we write in that base 10 system, it's a very common way of writing it. We just don't write the 10 in there. If it makes you feel warm and fuzzy and a little bit more confident when it comes to doing these problems, by all means write in a 10. I'm going to try it with the stylus. Hey, not too shabby. So now that I have my logarithm with my base 10 written in there, we can now sit there and try and write this as an exponential. So what's my base going to be? 10 raised to a power of, or an exponent of, 4, and that's going to equal my number, and my number is going to be x. So ultimately, as long as I can figure out what 10 to the 4th is, I know what my x is. We can either multiply that out in our calculator, or we know that that is going to be 10,000 equals x. And I solved it for x. Let's try another one. Let's say we have log base 16 of x equals 1/2. So again, I have my logarithm. I know that my base is 16, my number is x, and half is my exponent. So I now can take my logarithm and I can rewrite it as an exponential. So I would have base 16 raised to the 1/2 equals x. So if we just do a quick little recap when it comes to looking at that exponent of 1/2, we went through these in class where if we have x raised to the 1/2, that is the same thing as the square root of x, right? Like technically, if you wanted to write this out, you're taking that square root of that x to the first, right? So if I had x to the 1/3, that would be the third root of x raised to the first. If I had x raised to the, let's say, the 5/6, that would be the 6th root of x raised to the 5th degree. So that's just kind of a little review of exponents. Alright, so let's get back on our problem. Whoop. So if I have 16 raised to the 1/2, granted you can plug that into your calculator exactly the way that it is written, but we're just going to sit there and actually take our 1/2 and turn it into a square root. So this is the same thing as the square root of 16 equals x, right? If we take the square root of 16, we're going to get 4, and that is our solution. I hope these are getting a little bit easier for you. It takes practice. If you need some help, please reach out to me either at Zoom during our office hours or through the Remind app or even email. I hope you guys have a good day. Take it easy. Bye.